Hi guys, and welcome to the third video in our number sequences series. Now I want just to briefly talk about the number 3333 and the reoccurrence of the number 3. 3 is a very important spiritual number, simply for the fact that it basically represents the mind, body and spirit. And reoccurrences of the number 3, especially in a pattern such as 3333, which you can see on several things, is normally indicative of a higher force, a higher force of good sort of working with you. So it could happen when you're channeling information and you're channeling that information from a very high sort of spiritual guide, or it could be when information is coming to you almost like a download then. And that's the way I kind of talk about when I'm receiving information from spirit, especially when it's things that affect my own life, or not so much in the terms of a reading, but when it talks about things in general, when I have conversations with spirit in general and I'm trying to understand a certain concept, it comes as like a download. The way I kind of look at it is, if I talk about when you look at torrent files, if you do peer-to-peer file sharing, you do it in like packets of data, and that data comes down almost like when you're using WinZip then. So you download the zip file, then you have to unzip the information in order to be able to access it. And it's the same thing that happens to me. And I've not had a great deal of experiences with the sequence of the number 3. Except for about a night or two ago, where we had a great deal of information come through. And as you guys know, I record everything, and I've got thousands of hours now of just information that we've had personally, research that we've done, cases that we've done when we've done work with paranormal now, etc, etc. And this recording was a recording of a channeling that Sam did. And what I like about Sam's channelings is, I know Sam doesn't do a lot of her own research, as in the sense of reading materials and watching sort of documentaries and that kind of stuff, but she comes up with the same information that I might have researched a week or two previously, or she'll come up with information, and if I research it myself, I can validate that information. So that's what I find is really intriguing about what Sam picks up. She was basically going through and getting all this information and sort of bringing it through about certain things that are going on in the world, and not so much in the world, but sort of in our world and or in our lives. And what we found was quite startling, because I just left the recorder go. And I'm just going to quickly show you this now. But I left it on, and we were laying in bed just talking for, for a while. And I just left the recording go, and the battery basically died. And I don't know if you can see that, but there it is. You can actually see it. It's 3330. That's the time code. So kind of, again, it's one of those little symbols that gives validation to what you're picking up from spirit. 3 is also it's a very powerful number, especially the hours. So the time around 3 AM and 3 PM could be very strong when you're picking up information. And 3 is also it symbolizes, as I said, mind, body and spirit. And that's basically the length of my knowledge of the number 3. There's a lot about it I don't know, and I will admit that. But that's, as I said, my personal experience of that number and how it has reoccurred in my life. So have you had more experience with the number 3? If you've got anything to say about it, or if you want to share some insight and knowledge, please do so in the comments below, or give this button a little thumbs up. Or subscribe to this channel for the continuation of this number sequences series. And I'll see you next time with another blog. And I've got to find the stop button now.